Even though I'm coming to the end of my time here in Moldova, and so the time that we have together, I'm continuing to try to work on those issues that I found compelling while I was here. As you know, throughout this year, I've spent a lot of time talking about the Millennium Development Goals, spent a lot of time talking about the health initiative that I'm working on with the ambassador. One of the things I recently did was took a road trip with the ambassador. We decided that we wanted to see a clinic in an outlying area. It just so happened that he was getting ready to go to a small town called Leova, where he was going to cut the ribbon for a new heating and water treatment facility. And the reason the American ambassador had done it is that he had helped coordinate funding from a nonprofit organization in America. So these are the pictures you've been looking at. The first slide was really a picture of the school and the kids in the school that I took. The second one was the ambassador. Third slide was priests. Anytime over here a big opening takes place, part of the ceremonies are always, as you've seen, for instance, with the soldiers a couple weeks ago, there are always religious ceremonies attached to them as well. In this particular case, with a new facility like this, they have to bless it, thank God for it, and it's sort of a nice addition. So there were kids involved. Afterwards, there was this food that you see before you here now, and it was a good time. But it wasn't the real purpose of my visit. It was the real purpose of the ambassador's visit, or at least certainly why he was originally going. But then he decided to make a side trip with me to look at a clinic. And what you see before you right now is, starting left to right, me, the head of the clinic, the ambassador, and the Minister of Health of the entire country of Moldova. He oversees the entire healthcare system. These next few pictures that I'll just run through give you an idea of the quality of the facilities. As you can see, any of you that are familiar with hospitals, certainly the quality is not what we would expect going into a hospital. In one of the pictures coming up, you'll see a lady pointing to a microscope, and essentially what she said was, "This is our entire laboratory facilities." So I'm going to actually continue to work on this Moldova Health Initiative during the time that I'm here, and maybe even when I get back home. I just wanted to give you a chance to see some of the pictures I took to a clinic on my road trip with the ambassador. And lastly, just a few pictures starting here, as you can see, with them barbecuing. This is at the ambassador's house. He had a farewell barbecue for the Fulbrighters because some of them were starting to leave as their school years ended in the middle to end of May. These are people that I worked with all year, some of the embassy staff, the ambassador's wife, and just generally this was going to be the end of my presentation. However, I had the opportunity to work on an election monitoring team. And so I'm going to add one more week here and show you some of my slides on elections in one part of Moldova. I hope you've enjoyed this little trip, and I trust that you'll take the time to watch the next one. Thanks very much, and we look forward to hearing from you in the forums.